Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at the Figuarts version of Tuxedo Mask, and he looks really cool. So we have a picture of Tuxedo Mask here, his different faces and his actual get-up, Sailor Moon 20th anniversary. On there we have Tuxedo Mask, and there we have the different poses. I hope he comes with a rose. His 4 different ones, Tuxedo Mask, and then again you got Tuxedo Mask at the top and then stuff at the bottom. So let's crack this bad boy open and have a look inside. Here he is. Here's Tuxedo Mask. Now it looks quite cool. He's got this normal standard hat. His eyepiece though is like kind of mask is a little bit weird to me. I kind of thought that you'd be able to see like kind of his eyes, or it's just kind of all messed up. You have his like kind of tuxedo, and I thought again his thing would be red bow tie. We can see that there's just literally his shirt, and then the kind of the design detail goes all the way down on his kind of like tuxedo. And again, there's not really much detail. You can see his hair is kind of like just kind of like it's there. It looks to me, but again, he's wearing a hat. Along his hat, you've got like kind of a blue like trim, which looks really nice. As we move down, we can see that there's golden buttons which kind of really stand out on the figure. I'm guessing because obviously the rest of it's either black or white, and occasional blue. We can see that the ball joints are black, which goes with the suit, and then you've got the trim around his cuffs, and obviously the white hand. And if we look up, yep, no, it's just literally the white cuffs, so there's no kind of skin texture underneath. As we look at the trousers, we can see here that there's ruffles like you would be wearing normal black trousers, but it's kind of like there's like a stiff type, I don't know, I'd say it's more kind of a crease that really stands out for it. But then again, it's kind of like if you're wearing tuxedo trousers, you obviously have that line that goes straight down the trouser leg. You can see there's not much detail on this figure for his trousers. His shoes are very shiny and a different texture rather than the matte black we've got up here. Now out of all the Sailor Moon figures, he does actually stand up quite well, which I find better. I kind of wish that the Sailor Scouts all stood up properly. There's just kind of shoe like you would be wearing normal trousers, and you can't really see it on the camera, but just down here you can see there's actually like kind of a line going around his feet where it's the sole of his shoes, which is cool because they put that much detail into him. As we look here, there's hardly any detail on the back. We have his hat, literally it's just a solid like flat material, so dead shiny and dead like smooth. And you can see just here he's got some actual detail on his hair. Again, I kind of thought they'd actually put a bit more texture with it. Again, you guys kind of his collar, and then this line that goes all the way back to the point. Apparently this is where his cape goes, so we'll have a look at that in a second. And again, his arms move up slightly like that, but there's not again much detail. There's nothing restricting his arms at all. As we can see, there's nothing really here apart from where his trousers are. You can see here that there's like kind of a belt. I really wish he had a belt in the series that kind of stood out with this figure, because pretty much it's just plain basic black. Right there we just have like his legs, and it looks like it's completely kind of like got material. It's kind of ruffled, as I say in most videos, like you would do normally. There are some ruffling on his arms which kind of stand out just a tiny bit, but you wouldn't really notice. As we move down, here again, it's not going into like say the Dragon Ball Z stuff where it's kind of carved out, so it's absolutely fine. We have the kind of just the like really shiny ball joint, and then just down the legs there is the kind of like still kind of line that you get with wearing a tuxedo. So it stands out a little bit, but not much. And then as his shoes, you don't get too much in on it. If you can see it, it's just literally just his sole of his shoes, and that's pretty much it for him. He's not too bad. I just really wish he had more detail on his entire figure. Now, again, with all the figures, he's very bendy, more bendier than the Sailor Scouts. So you can move his legs up and down. You can twirl his feet to some degree, I think. Oh wow, I actually thought they'd be on a ball joint, but it looks like they're not. You can just move it up and down. I'm a bit disappointed in that one, really. So legs move very similar around. His arms, they bend. The ball joints are absolutely fine. And again, he can move his arm up and down, and he poses, and his head turns around. So let's have a look at his faces next. Okay, so with all the figures of the heads, for a while I was trying to get his hat off by looking at the instructions, and I found it very annoying that you can put off. Apparently there is a different hidden section. So we're going to look at the faces that you can pull off. Now you can just literally just pull his head off like that. Be careful if you pull out his neck, you can adjust it later on. So we've taken off his kind of mask face, and this isn't too bad. It's a nice way of looking at it. I kind of really wish that they released a lot of the kind of hats with these ones, so you could just pretty much change it, interchange. So we can see that he's got more of a blue eye look, which looks absolutely fine. I think it's quite cool. All the Sailor Scouts so far, anything from this product range, the eyes stand out really, really well. So we're going to take off his, like that one. And then pretty much just pop his head back in, like so, just like that. Quite like the closed eye look. Super Sailor Moon had it. This looked pretty cool, just mainly because it gives them a sense of peace, I think. One bad thing is I really wish you're able to take the hat off for Tuxedo Mask. Because it feels like it's just literally stuck on there. It would be nice to actually have like Darien with his blue eyes with his hat on, or even like the kind of this other one. I don't think we've shown it. So I'm going to take his head off like so. Just plug that in that way. I think it would look really nice with it, but it just feels like they've not put much thought into it. So this one we can see his eyepiece. I like this. I think this is really cool. Just because it hides the eyes, but gives kind of more momentum to the figure, more kind of like oomph, I think, in a way. So yeah, apart from that, I like the face. The eyes are okay, and again, it's a little bit more detail to it. Tuxedo Mask definitely has a cape, and it's really iconic in my eyes. It's something that I remember from Fox Kids when it was on that way from the original dub. Or sub, depending which one you want to watch. I really like this. The stand connects straight up into it, so if you wanted to pose him rather than falling down, I think this is cool. I really wish that they added this to some of the other Figuarts, especially say Thor. But it's the same sort of layout. They actually improved it because normally these things would fall off, definitely with Thor. But if we move it around, it looks like he's Batman. Now I did notice that on this, like there's like little nints, and I'm not too keen on it. I'm not happy with it, but again, you know, it could just be one batch. So literally the cape goes up and out. This part comes off, especially, or it comes off the stand. But if you wanted to kind of like remove it, you just basically pull that one off, and it comes off very easily. So I like this kind of like this mechanic that they've got, and it's really iconic for them. So this is just really cool, like an addition to the figure. These are the accessories you get. We've already covered the cape, but you get the stand, the rose, the different heads, different faces, and also a star locket. Also his cane too, which looks really, really cool. So they all come with him like that. So there we go, Rangers. There is Tuxedo Mask. Now I'm not a huge fan of him. For some strange reason, I find him very hard to pose, and especially with parts just not working together. I think one or two parts fell off him. I'm not a huge fan of this particular one. If you're going to add him to your collection, then add him for the Sailor Moon so you actually have all of them. But I wasn't too sold on this one. It's not one of the best ones I found, but he does look nice. I'm not gonna lie, he looks good, but I would only add him to the actual collection because I'm going to start collecting all the Sailor Moon. So let me know what you think down below. Do you like him? Do you not like him? What are your thoughts? Let me know, Rangers. If you've liked this video, like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. Check out Yada Games, all that lovely goodness, and why not share the video while you're at it. And as always, Rangers, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a bit.